about the synergy between Engineers Without Borders and the GCSP program. We are not a university-based program, but the mission of EWBs around the world really is to improve the quality of life for communities, at the same time improving the quality of the engineering profession. And so all of the individual EWBs do that in various ways, forms, and projects. And Fernando will tell you a little bit about the projects here in Brazil. In the projects in the US, we work on about 70% of water projects, so building access to clean water, both within the United States and outside of the United States. We do disaster response, so we've had folks in the Latin America, Caribbean area since the hurricane. We, along with EWB Brazil, sent people to Mozambique after the cyclone. So we are a project-based organization. EWB International is a federation or a network of all of those organizations so that we all share resources and can learn best practices from each other. So the EWB network has a vision, a sustainable world where engineering enables long-term positive social and global development for the benefit of the people and the environment. And the mission is really to be that beating heart of the engineering movement. And we say that deliberately. We have so many passionate volunteers that do this in their spare time, outside of their curricular work, outside of their day job, that these people have the passion to do engineering work. And with that passion, they work extremely hard and will work all hours of the night and day to get this work done. And then our approach really is to promote collaboration, whether that's amongst ourselves, with universities, with industry, with whomever, to get the job done in the way it should be. There are 40 to 60, well actually this side says 65, member associations around the world. You can see the map there. We're both in highly developed countries as well as lesser developed countries, and we have both professional and student chapters depending on the EWB. Our reach right now is over 150,000 people as volunteers of EWB somewhere in the world. So we connect people through many different ways, forums, networks, knowledge sharing online. We provide structures and systems, so we have a 501c3 tax set up in the US so we can accept money tax-free. And we provide a framework of effectiveness and accountability, so making sure that we do monitoring and evaluation, that we're efficient, that we look at the risk and the feasibility of the projects, not only for us but for the community. And we produce engineers that are everything everybody has been talking about today. Through these projects, through the service to these projects, our engineers are system thinkers, they're socially minded, they have global perspective, they have strong leadership, they know how to work on teams, so they're everything that, coincidentally, the GCSP program provides in talent competency, multidisciplinary, entrepreneurship, multicultural, and social consciousness. So EWBs around the world are doing the projects that the GCSP program anticipates being done. It is a framework already in place for universities to partner with to accomplish 75% of the GCSP program. So we already have established cooperation happening in areas of the world. Hong Kong, for one, we were at the GCSP workshop in Bucharest. So we are developing an EWB track in the Global Grand Challenges Scholars Program. And so the elements from our perspective that we need to add to EWB is, there's a few elements. So we need a central steering committee, and that is being done at the national levels to just provide program oversight. A local steering committee, which you'll need anyway, each academic institution to monitor the progress and manage the scholars. And then we already have in place faculty advisors and mentors that work with our chapters to accomplish the projects. So that is a piece of the framework that's already in place just through normal Engineers Without Borders work. We have a learning management system by which we manage all of the scholars, so we know where they are, what they've done, what courses they've accomplished, what projects they work on. And then at the end of the day, that scholar can obtain a certificate either from EWB or the university. university where they attend school. So I want to give Fernanda an opportunity to talk about what's happening here in Brazil.
Então, boa tarde, pessoal. Eu sou a Fernanda, assessora institucional do Gerais Fronteiras Brasil. Agradecer a Cathy pela oportunidade de falar. Nós somos um núcleo do Engenheiros Sem Fronteiras e no Brasil nós temos 70 núcleos em várias cidades, sendo que a maioria são em universidades públicas, sendo que alguns deles são inclusive projetos de extensão dessas universidades. Então nós temos mais de 2.000 voluntários, todos nós somos voluntários, independente de ser diretor executivo ou membro de algum núcleo, e já realizamos mais de 500 projetos. No momento estamos com mais ou menos 250 em andamento. Mas quais são esses projetos que a gente faz? A gente tem projetos de infraestrutura, sustentabilidade, inovação e empreendedorismo e educação. Como engenheiros, a gente sentiu falta disso na graduação, então a gente procurou formas de ajudar a comunidade com o que a gente aprendia na teoria. Bom, e essas são as nossas conquistas. Eu trouxe porque é uma forma da gente mostrar o que a gente tem feito, que a gente tem ganhado prêmios. A gente, como a Cathy falou, a gente é full member do EWB. A gente ganhou um edital da Alcoa pelo Núcleo Rio de Janeiro. A gente assinou esse ano o Pacto Global da ONU e os princípios de empoderamento da mulher. Nós ganhamos o programa Mentoria de Valor esse ano do Instituto Insan para acelerar nossos núcleos e acelerar nossa diretoria nacional. Ganhamos esse ano aqui em Belo Horizonte o Prêmio Renato de Boas Práticas de Gestão do Terceiro Setor, porque nós somos uma ONG, somos registrados como associação, então uma organização social. Ganhamos o selo ONG Transparente do Instituto Doar e ONG apoiada pelo RISU para captar recursos, né? Nossa maior dificuldade como Engenheiros Sem Fronteiras, como uma associação de engenharia, é conseguir fundos para executar esses projetos. Todos os nossos membros são voluntários. O que a gente consegue, por exemplo, no Núcleo Rio de Janeiro agora, nossa última conquista pelo núcleo foi o edital do Movimento Bem Maior, para continuar um projeto de abrigo sustentável para atender essas pessoas. E então, se vocês quiserem conhecer um pouquinho mais, já estou tomando tempo, acessem esf.org.br para vocês conhecerem mais.